Lions TV, this is your post-match analysis video for Saturday's opening day 2-2 draw against Middlesbrough at the Den. Sorry it's late. As you can see, I'm not home. I'm still in the Cotswolds. For that reason, there'll be no overlay or any clips put in the team sheet. We know what the team sheet was. But yeah, for that reason, you know, this could be a little bit off the cuff. It might not be up to the usual standard of your post-match analysis. But first one of the season, we'll have a pop. You might get a bit of that animal noise in the background, cow, sheep, the like. But listen, let's get back to the Den on Saturday, 2-2. We drew the opening game of the season. A lot of people moaning. I'll be honest with you, I thought it was fucking brilliant. I absolutely loved it. For 85 minutes, we dominated a team that are probably one of the favourites to go up, that have spent... They haven't bought loads of players, but the players they have bought, Aidan Flint, £8 million. We've never spent out in our history. It's crazy. So for people to be moaning, I just think it was a little bit of... a little bit of rustiness. You know, the players that played, the team started out. Let's start with the starting 11. You know, there was no real surprises. It was the 11 we was expecting. Harris doesn't like to change a lot, and you know, we brought Scalak in, but I don't think he's quite fully match fit yet. Hadn't had a lot of time with the team, so it makes sense for Aidan O'Brien to play. I thought AOB was absolutely superb, run himself into the ground. And before I go around our whole team, let's say about on AOB. For you who don't think, you know, for some of you out there that think he's not great, he scores 15 goals a season from left midfield. What more do you want from him? Goals affect and win football matches. And AOB, he does exactly what he says on the tin. He's a youngin' bag. He sticks it in. Jordan Archer started in goal. The defence was Marlon Romeo, right back, James Meredith, Sean Hutchinson and Jake Cooper alongside him, Giorgio Savs and Juan Williams in the centre, Jed Villar on the right, the youngin' bag, as we just mentioned, on the left, and up front, Steve Morrison and Lee Gregory. It's just like we hadn't stopped playing, really, to me. It's just like we just carried on from last week, but it wasn't last week. It's been 2-3 months. I thought it was a very strong performance. And what, you know, what I said to, and not just, we was discussing it in the ground, over the years at Mill, we've had these players. You'll always get one or two players that will fly in and they'll lift the crowd. A Terry Erlock, you know, Ben Thompson at times when he's played. There's been loads down the years. You know, you'll only really have like probably one or two of the really aggressive players that fly in and get the crowd going. But mate, we've got a fucking whole squad full of them. Every single one of them. We're just flying into tackles, just defending for their lives. And you can go out and you can spend all the money you like in the world. I mean, a lot of people have said, "Oh, Harris hasn't bought players." I don't think Harris needs to buy players. He doesn't need to buy a lot of players. Why would you change the structure of what we got by bringing in loads of big name players for big money, which we couldn't do anyway? But even if we could, you can buy fucking 8 million Julio Jordio. You can buy a geezer from fucking Brazil, Portugal. But what you can't buy is team togetherness and team spirit. And what our manager's instilled in our squad is exactly that. So I don't think he needs to change it a great deal. I also, while we're on the subject, I haven't really spoke about Scalak. We brought Scalak in, and originally we wanted him over Ben Marshall. So I think he's going to have a lot of potential to do well. People have been sagging him off again already, saying he hasn't played games. The reason he hasn't played games is that Brighton are in the Premier League. So, listen, we're not Premier League standard, unfortunately. So I think he'll do well in our league. I think he looks like a strong, exciting player. What I've also noticed is that he's right-footed. Marshall was right-footed. AOB's right-footed. And for a long, long time on this channel, I've said that I thought, you know, we need a left-footed midfield player. And I don't think Harris wants one. I think Harris wants a right-footed left midfield player because he will cut in and make us more compact and more of a unit, which is exactly how the gaffer likes to play. I've wandered off a bit, as I said, I can't cut and edit it, but getting back to the game, yeah, started brilliantly in difficult conditions. It's fucking boiling hot in that East Stand. If it's like that going forward next week, I'll have to sit in the West, honestly. As tanned as I am, it was too hot with the sun in your face. We opened the scoring, Aidan O'Brien, Lee Gregory was a fucking nuisance all afternoon, superb. Gregor's puts it across, and Younger Bag does exactly what he says on the tin. He sticks one in, and we are 1-0 up. Then just paramount to how we played a high press, we high press, and nothing was more evident when Lee Gregory chased the goalkeeper down. Goalkeeper does some weird little starfish thing, should go through Gregors, but bottles it. Gregors comes out the other side, sticks it in, and we're 2-0 up. We completely dominated the second half. Didn't dominate it, okay, that's maybe a bit strong. We controlled it. We controlled the second half. We managed it exactly how we wanted it. Nothing was really happening. And then 5 minutes to go, it's a mistake from Marlon Romeo, really. He sort of bounces up and he should just try and get something on it to get out for a corner. He tries to take it under control and he doesn't. Ball gets squared. People blaming Jordan Archer. Not for me. You know, ball comes across. He's probably wrong-footed and the guy stabs it in. I didn't think Archer was at fault for the first one. And I don't think Archer was at fault for the second one, don't get me wrong. But I would like to see my goalkeeper try and do a little bit more than he did for the second one. Because if you look at it, the guy side foots it, not very hard at all. And instead of diving right or left, which has been my issue with Archer for so long, he just falls backwards and tries to kick it with his foot, which is it's bad technique. I'd be hoping my goalkeeper to make a bit more of a better effort and to dive left or right. If he dives left and it goes into the right corner, fair enough. But he sort of goes straight at him and he just falls backwards and throws his foot in. Okay, it all comes pretty quick. And I'm not saying it was Archer's fault, but I would like to see my goalkeeper make an attempt at a dive there instead of just falling backwards and throwing his foot in. But listen, the game ends 2-2. I was just over the moon. It was back. I was absolutely buzzing my tits off. The Den was absolutely rocking. Great crowd. 8,000 season tickets sold. A 15,000 crowd. And, you know, we started the last season on fire, but lost. We could have won 10-1 at Forest on the opening day last year. We've got a point on the board. We're off to a better start than we was last year. And there's no way in the world we're going to get anywhere near the relegation zone. I'll be amazed if we are. If I know anything about football, we'll be comfortable mid-table or higher. I can't see, you know, as I've said just previously, you cannot buy team togetherness. You cannot buy aggression and the will to win for each other, the fans and the manager, and we've got it nailed on. There's no way we're going to be in trouble this season. I just cannot see it. And again, all testament to the manager. The manager got a bit of grief. I see people complaining about why have you taken your attacking players off. Someone said on one of my interviews, you know, leave Gregory on, you win the game. Gregor's was absolutely outstanding. Now, I've got absolutely no doubt in my mind that if Lee Gregory was 5 years younger, he'd be gone by now. Someone would have paid big money for him because his all-round game's superb, and I think he'll get the goals to go with that this year as well. I'm very confident he will. But why did we take him off? His missus just had a baby. Congratulations to the Gregorys. Yeah, so, you know, you don't know what's going on. You only see what the manager's doing on the pitch. You don't know the church bell's ringing. Ignore that, sorry. So, yeah, Gregory, you know, he hasn't had a lot of game time. His missus had a baby. He didn't go to Portugal on a tour. So it could be one of a number of things. You don't know what's going on. Morrison comes off. He's an old boy, should I say. He's younger than me. But you can't say, oh, he should have left them players on. For me, the one mistake was bringing Tom Elliott on because he's just not up to it, and I would have rather seen Fred on up front. But listen, a point on the board against a team that spent a lot of money, and we look as good as we did last year. We look competitive, we look strong, we look like that desire is hungrier than ever. And it's on to the next one. We are home to Gillingham tomorrow night. I'm going to try and get down there, but we go to Blackburn on Wednesday. Blackburn on Wednesday? No, we don't. We go to Blackburn away on Saturday. So you all thought I was Danny one take, but when I can't edit it, this is how bad you see I am. This is how amateur it can be. We travel to Ewood Park on Saturday. Be blind not to see you there. We got to get Bradley Dack some serious shit, as we like to anyway, but as a personal favour of me, we'll get right on him. And I will see you tomorrow night at the Den if you are going, Gillingham. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.